Mail day.
Yeah, let's see.
No! Hello, wild people, and especially older hikers. You know, sometimes the trail ahead can seem daunting. Today, I'm going to share with you the adventures that await Flash, Burn, and me, and my goals for this channel, AKWild1. Thank you for tuning in. It's springtime and I've moved to my spring studio, which also serves as my woodshed. You know, in some ways I feel like a hungry bear just coming out of hibernation. It's time to hit the trails, discover the sun, and tear it up. In other words, older hiker menopause is in full bloom. This past year for this channel has been quite the ride. AKWild1 has gone from about 50 subscribers to more than 8,400. And I want to thank you for your support. More than anything, this channel has put me in touch with some amazing people I now consider friends. AKWild1 is where older folks and those facing physical or mental challenges can find inspiration to set off on an adventure. The fact that it appeals to those kinds of people warms my heart and gives me a sense of purpose. If I can get a few people off the couch exchanging the TV remote for trekking poles, then I count that as a success. At its core, the primary theme of this channel is living well regardless of age. I hope this channel will go beyond just a backpacker's channel, although long-distance trekking is very close to my heart. The PCT saved my health and my life, and it's a key part of who I am today. However, I'm a generalist whose mind tends to drift in a variety of directions, sometimes all at once. So I plan to produce a variety of outdoor stories on not only backpacking, but fishing, rafting, hiking, and biking, and I'll occasionally share poems and stories about the unusual people I've met in Alaska. Given my limitations, I hope you trust me to provide the best information possible, and I don't want to betray that trust. So I have not accepted any sponsorships, nor do I intend to. Every week, I receive some offer in the email requesting a collaboration where I review products such as pee bottles, sunglasses, air pumps, hiking boots, binoculars, even an electric bike in return for a video. That's just not for me, and that's just not who I am. However, I am tempted to market my new vehicle anti-theft system, which I've developed here in Alaska. We know that vehicle theft is a huge problem in urban communities. Simply give us a call, and we'll show up with a dump truck and a bulldozer, and we'll entomb your vehicle so no thief will ever be able to pry it out. For extra protection, we'll spray 100 gallons of water on the nice, aesthetically pleasing snow to form that tight, all-encompassing look. You can even leave your keys in the ignition and remain worry-free about the safety of your car. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, enough about my great business ideas. So, what adventures lie ahead? What kind of episodes will you see during 2024 on AKWild1? In the spring, I plan a 120-mile winter bike ride into Wrangell St. Elias National Park to an old mining ghost town. That will be my shakedown trip, 60 miles in, 60 miles back. Next, Flash, Burn, and I are planning to backpack the 486-mile Colorado Trail this summer. We're excited about this adventure, and I look forward to wandering through the high country and sharing our adventures with you. Next, I plan a week-long river trip on a beautiful remote river in Alaska. Also, I'm planning a fly-in backpacking trip in the Alaska wilderness that will require a bush plane drop-off and pickup. I also plan to produce some videos about how we catch salmon in Alaska. I look forward to telling you stories about interesting people I meet. And right now, I'm working on a story about a dog musher who has a soft spot for older sled dogs, and a story about cultivating a love of outdoors in your kids and how to do that. I also plan to share a story about a Vietnam veteran who you may have met in a previous little documentary that I produced, and we're going to talk about his recent trip to the area where he fought. He has now established a humanitarian program that seeks to improve the lives of the people in the region through education and meeting some of their basic needs. I think this story is inspirational because he experienced some severe trauma during the war, but he turned all that negative energy into a positive, and I think we can all learn something from his example. One of my goals is to make this channel a little more interactive. Last year we featured a story about Maureen, who shared how she got into backpacking, and many of you were inspired by her example. I'd like to do more stories like that as we go on. And Flash and I purchased a van last year in Medford, Oregon during our PCT trek, and we drove it back home after we finished. We plan to convert it ourselves this spring and then later hit the road and travel in Spartan-like comfort throughout the country, looking for backpacking and other adventures. I hope to share those adventures with you on this channel. You'll see more how-to episodes. As you might have noticed, I enjoy cooking healthier backpacking foods, and I'd like to reach the point where most of my meals I eat on the trail are self-prepared. I plan to produce a series on how to tell your backpacking or great adventure story, primarily through video. I'm striving to become a better videographer, which is my passion. I'm working on a longer beginner backpacking video for those folks who desire to start but don't know where to begin. It will be a step-by-step guide of how to move forward in backpacking, starting with zero to little knowledge. And of course, I have a few professional goals. I want to make friends with a raven and film the great horned owls around here. So wild people, that's the trail ahead. And of course, with all trails, there will be plenty of unexpected twists, turns, detours, and perhaps an encounter with a wild critter. Serendipity, serendipity. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notifications button for this channel. It helps a lot, and it also helps me avoid the world of real work. Well, wild people, that's what's in store for the near future. I don't take your support for granted. Thank you for all your support, your stories, and your encouragement. We're all pushing each other to become better versions of ourselves, which is a good thought on which to end this episode. And so, until we meet again, live wildly, my friends.